Whenever Christmas comes around, we can't help but sing that it's indeed the most wonderful time of the year. We love giving and receiving presents, and different Christmas figures like Santa Claus that definitely keeps the merry spirit alive.
But aside from Santa Claus, there is a Christmas character that is also popular among the kids. Only this time, kids will not love to see him visit them. His name is Krampus. Who is this Christmas demon?
Hi guys, it's Nick.
And it's Josh here, and we're from Eventful Insights.
Together, let's feel the spookiness like it's Halloween again as we discover this spooky Christmas character, Krampus.
Are you ready? Let's get started.
Before we begin, can you tell us in the comments below, have you heard of Krampus before?
Now let's get to know him. Krampus is a mythical creature often shown with horns and a face that looks like a demon. According to stories, which probably started in what we now call Germany and Austria, this creature used to punish kids who weren't good. In Germany, people have been celebrating Christmas for a really long time, starting early in December. They made up Krampus as a kind of opposite to the nice Saint Nicholas, who gave treats to good kids. Krampus, on the other hand, would hit naughty children, put them in a bag, and take them to his hideout. The name Krampus comes from a German word that means claw, and in Norse myths, Krampus is said to be the child of hell. This mythical beast also has things in common with other scary creatures from Greek stories, like satyrs and fauns. As per tradition, Krampus is said to make an appearance in towns on the night of December 5th, called Krampus Nacht or Krampus Night. Following this, on December 6th, known as Nicolastag or St. Nicholas Day, children check outside their doors to see if the shoe or boot left out the previous night holds either gifts for good behavior or a rod, indicating not so good behavior.
But how did the story on Krampus start? Krampus was believed to be involved in ancient pagan ceremonies linked to the winter solstice. Legend has it that he is the offspring of Hel, the Norse deity ruling the underworld. As Christianity expanded, Krampus became connected to Christmas, even though the Catholic Church tried to prohibit his association with the holiday. In essence, Krampus is a devilish figure characterized by cloven hooves, goat horns, fangs, intense eyes, and an elongated, pointed tongue. Typically portrayed with brown or black fur, this monstrous entity surpasses human size, reaching heights of up to 8 or 9 feet. Krampus serves as a demonic symbol, representing the arrival of long, dark nights and the challenges of enduring the cold alpine winters.
This aspect of pagan supernatural belief was prevalent in Central Europe when the Romans conquered the region in the late 1st century BC under the rule of Emperor Caesar Augustus. It is likely that the pagan community in the Alps during that time, specifically the Rhaetians, had already associated Krampus with the 5th and 6th of December, featuring prominently in a festival held around this period. This festival served as a precursor to the more contemporary Krampus Nacht. Krampus, along with Krampus Nacht or the Night of the Krampus, was assimilated into the Christian faith, much like many other elements from the pre-Christian pagan calendar. This integration occurred in the centuries following the mass conversion of European people to Christianity between the 3rd and 10th centuries.
On the other hand, Gertraud Seiser, a researcher in the Department of Social and Cultural Anthropology at the University of Vienna, explains, the Krampus tradition has diverse origins, stemming from various historical and geographical contexts, in an email to Live Science. In Vienna during the Enlightenment period, which was from 1685 to 1815, Krampus emerged and was utilized as an educational tool to instill children with obedience and discipline, Seiser stated. During the 17th and 18th centuries, carnival parades gained popularity in Bavaria and mountainous regions of Austria, and it is possible that Krampus became integrated into these celebrations. Attempts to prohibit these parades were made by authorities, partly due to the tendency for young people to become intoxicated and engage in riotous behavior, Seiser mentioned.
Are you feeling scared of Krampus yet? What are your thoughts about him so far? Tell us in the comments below.
Now let's find out, does Krampus still terrify the kids today? Krampus's frightening presence was suppressed for an extended period. The Catholic Church banned lively celebrations, and during World War II, European fascists condemned Krampus as it was perceived as a creation of the Social Democrats. However, in recent years, Krampus has experienced a resurgence, partially fueled by a somewhat cynical attitude in popular culture. People are seeking alternative ways to celebrate the holiday season. In the United States, there's an embrace of the darker side of Christmas through Krampus movies, special TV episodes, themed parties, local Krampus Nacht events, such as in Washington, D.C., and New Orleans, and even Krampus-themed races. Austria, on the other hand, is attempting to commercialize Krampus's stern image by selling chocolates, figurines, and collectible horns. Yet, there are concerns that Krampus is becoming overly commercialized and losing its original edge due to its newfound popularity. Meanwhile, in the Alpine regions of Austria and some parts of Germany, Krampus remains prevalent through the occasion Krampus Nacht, or Krampus Night, during which adults might dress up as Krampus to startle children in their homes. Children might also witness Krampus running through the streets during a Krampuslauf, literally a Krampus run. While Krampus Nacht aimed to instill fear in children for good behavior, the Krampuslauf, not tied to a specific day, provided a way for grown men to let off steam, likely still causing a scare for kids. Austrian men would indulge in alcohol and dash through the streets adorned as the fearsome creature. Similar to Krampus Nacht, the Krampuslauf tradition persists to the present day.
But back then, the rise of mass visual media inevitably incorporated the captivating Krampus into its influence. The surge in the postcard industry in Germany and Austria during the 1890s paved the way for Krampuskarten. Unlike traditional holiday cards meant to evoke warmth, those labeled Gruß vom Krampus, meaning greetings from Krampus, featured illustrations of Krampus either placing a distressed child into his sack or preparing to strike one with his bundle of birch sticks. Numerous postcards portrayed Krampus using his sticks to discipline children, leading them away in chains or transporting them in his bag. There were also cards that took on a more mature tone. Krampus cards from the early 20th century depict him not only punishing children, but also making proposals to women. In some instances, Krampus is portrayed as a large woman using birch sticks to discipline tiny men and carrying them away in her satchel. Another card features a smiling woman holding a defeated-looking Krampus in the air while concealing his bundle of birch sticks behind her back. The gender dynamics in these depictions leave room for individual interpretation.
For over a century, most Americans likely had no exposure to Krampus cards or knowledge of Krampus. This changed in 2004 when art director and graphic designer Monty Beauchamp published a book of Krampus cards and organized an art show inspired by them. Whether or not Beauchamp is primarily credited with introducing Krampus cards to the U.S., Krampus has since become a somewhat ironic icon in America. Etsy has a dedicated section for items inspired by classic Krampus cards. If you're short on time for sending cards, you can purchase an ugly Krampus sweater to wear at your local Krampus party, or Krampuslauf. Krampus's popularity in the U.S. arguably reached its peak with the 2000 feature film Krampus, distinct from the numerous other low-budget Krampus movies.
Presently, Krampus Nacht continues to be widely observed in the Alpine areas of southern Germany and western Austria. It has gained particular prominence in the latter, evolving into an annual national celebration. This tradition has also found its way to other regions, notably the American Midwest, where numerous individuals migrated from Central Europe during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, bringing their alpine customs with them. As a result, places like Clintonville in Ohio now host an annual Krampus parade on December 5th, and similar practices have been adopted by various towns and cities in recent years. Consequently, these intriguing remnants of pagan customs persisting into the Christian era show no signs of fading away anytime soon.
And that's it. What are your reactions about learning the origin and story of the Christmas demon Krampus? Tell us in the comments below.
If you found this video interesting, please give it a like, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.